ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपानुगाप्रापदं व्रजारसरसिकं च नारायणं प्रपन्नं। श्रीगुरुचरणं वन्दे रमानप्रस्थाय भूतले रूपानुगवर्तितं च कृपामूर्ति नारायणं। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I offer my Saskam Dhanyavad pranams unto the lotus feet of our most worshipful Sri Gurudev. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Sri Guru Maharaj, to our Upanava Guru Varga, and to all the Sample Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas. So now, Vaishnava has asked the question, Jagannath is with his many Shakti, his Sri Bhu Lila Shakti. So who is Jagannath, like beloved, near and dearest? So we have to understand, when we talk about Bhagavan many manifestations, but he's only one, really. And in the same way, Bhagavan has manifestations like many Shakti, but really there's only one Shakti. Sometimes we hear this sutra, Krishna Purna Shaktiman, Radha Purna Shakti, Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shaktiman. So, like really, sometimes we hear Narayan, he has these three Shakti. There's Shri, there's Lakshmi, there's Bhu Shakti, which is actually, like for example, the Mother Earth is manifestation of this Bhu Shakti. And then there's Lila Shakti, that Shakti that's arranging for the pastimes of Narayan in whatever ways he wants to exhibit his pastimes. But they're all manifestations of Srimati Radharani. Now, if we look now in this murti of Jagannath, sometimes we hear, oh, there's Bimala Devi. But Bimala Devi is not with Jagannath in the altar. Bimala Devi outside. Sometimes we hear there's Lakshmi, but there's really no murti of Lakshmi together with Jagannath. And we hear like how Lakshmi cooking and taking care of Jagannath. But we don't see there's the murti of Lakshmi with Jagannath. But one thing, we see that on the left side of Jagannath, there is Sudarshan Chakra. That Sudarshan, sometimes people will think like, oh, that's like Sudarshan, the weapon. But like deeply, and if you stay in Puri then and live with the pandas and observe their activities, then something you may realize. They say that this Sudarshan is actually the Swarup Shakti pillar. It's the pillar representing Swarup Shakti. That's why it's on the left side. And really this is because, of course, we know Srimati Radharani cannot be like physically like present in this particular form of Jagannath. But that is actually a representation of Srimati Radharani. And what is the evidence of this? During Radhashtami, this Sudarshan, they do procession around Jagannath temple during Radhashtami. They go around, they bring this Sudarshan, and procession around this Jagannath temple. So the Pandas actually, they know this Sudarshan represents the complete Shakti of Jagannath. And therefore that's why it's on the left side. And so like followers of Mahaprabhu, then they will see, oh, Jagannath, we may say he's experiencing separation of Radharani. But Radharani, of course, is the most beloved of Jagannath. And therefore on his left side, he's putting that Sudarshan representing and reminding of Srimati Radharani. So there is no controversy on this, because really we can reconcile everything. All Shakti is all coming from Srimati Radharani. All the Lakshmis are all manifestations of Srimati Radharani. Even all the gopis are all manifestations of the different moods of Srimati Radharani. And really for the full pleasure of Jagannath, for Krishna, who can really provide that? Only Srimati Radharani. And therefore, that's why this Radha festival is there, showing that Jagannath may be living in the Jagannath temple. But once a year, he leaving this Jagannath temple, leaving Lakshmi behind, and going to Sundarachal, this Gambira, representing Vrindavan, because there is Srimati Radharani and all the gopis.
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपानुगप्रवरं वृद्धरसरसिकं च नारायणं तं प्रपन्नं। वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, offer my Sastakananda Pranam, thousand of times, Lord Shri Paramaratnam Guru Parvagam. Om Vishnu Bhara Stotra Shishman, Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Gurudev. Secondly, offer my Sastakananda Pranam, thousand of times, Lord Shri Rupananda Gauri Guru Varagam. Therefore, my Sastakananda Pranam and thousand of Vaishnavas. By Srila Guru Pada Padmas and the Vaishnavas for us mercy, we are celebrating Sri Radha Yatra here in Sri Vrindavan Dham. And under their guidance, we are hearing, discussing Harikatha, forming Ishta Goshti. Ishta means our worshipful Lord. Goshti means the group. Where in Goshta, this Braj Dham, we are discussing and hearing topics about Ishta Dev, our Radha Dev. That is how Aradhya Devi, Srimati Radhika and Sri Krishna. So question has come about regarding Shakti Tattva, Jagannath Shakti. Who is Jagannath Shakti? We hear that there is so many names about Jagannath Shakti, Sri, Bhu, Nila. And we know that in Shastra it has been described that Krishna is Sodasha Kalapurna. He is complete. 16 Shaktis. Primarily, his Shakti being Vrishabhanu Nandini. That is the 16th. Then 15th is Viyogini. 14th is Samyogini. Going down like this. The other incarnations of Bhagavan, depending on their Bhagavata, they have different varieties of Shakti. Some have 12, some have 14 like this. But it's only Krishna, he is Sodasha Kalapurna. So we're hearing that Jagannath is Sakshat Prajandananda. Because he manifested that Jagannath's root there in Braj. That's true, as long as Jagannath is in Braj, then he may be considered Sodasha Kalapurna. But when Jagannath leaves Braj, when Krishna leaves Braj, then who actually leaves? During the Akrura pastime, we see that when Akrura tried to take Krishna and Balaram outside of Braj, when he went down to the Yamuna to perform his anik, that time he saw in the water Krishna covered by Shesh, Baladev. Then he turned around, he looked, they saw that both of the boys were sitting on the chariot. And again he looked, he saw them in the water. So Acharyas have said that when Akrura took Krishna and Balaram, the original Swarup of Krishna and Baladev, they remained in Braj and their expansions left. So Gurudeva said that Krishna who is in Vrindavan, he is Vrindanandan Sapananda, he is Gopindanandana. Vrindavanam Parityaja Padekam Nagachati. But that Krishna who goes to Mathura and Dwarka, who is that? That is Viyogi Krishna. Who is always in Viyog, always in separation. Is that Viyogi Krishna then who becomes Jagannath? And who is always weeping for the Brajvasi. So if Jagannath is taken out of Braj, then that means the original Mool Jagannath, the Mool Gopinath is there in Braj. The one that comes outside must be an expansion. And therefore, and that Krishna who meets the Gopis and the Brajvasis in Kurukshetra, that is Samyogi Krishna. Therefore, even though Krishna Vrindanandan Shamsundar is Sodasha Kalapurna, outside of Braj he is not Sodasha Kalapurna. Why? Because Vrishabhananandini is there in Braj eternally. Uddhava is Praman for this. When Uddhava returned to Braj, then Yogamaya removed the covering from his eyes, he saw Radhika and Krishna all there. So, when Krishna is there in Dwarka and he's weeping for the Brajvasis, then know that he is Viyogi Krishna. Then he only has 15 Shakti. And then when in Kurukshetra he has even less. So, in this way, that's why Vrindavan Dham is considered to be Aradhya Bhagavam Brajesa Tanayat Dham Vrindavanam. And that's why Vrindavan is special, because it's only in Vrindavan, only in Braj, Krishna is complete there. And therefore Jagannath, he is always weeping, he is always in separation from the Brajvasis. Therefore he wants to leave Nilachal and come to Sundarachal. So we know that we've been hearing so many different names for the Shaktis. We just heard Sudarshan is the embodiment of Jagannath Shakti. We heard the Vaishnava say, dressed in a sari on Radhastami Day, taken everywhere for darshan. And even the Daita parties, they even worship Sudarshan, they worship them with Radha mantras. So many different gayatris and things. They worship in that mood. This is the mood of the Daita parties. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he himself, when he wanted to associate to come into this world, who did he pray to? He prayed to Vimala Devi himself. Vimala Vaishnava, Rati Upajeve, Hoive, Vasanakshi. Kabe Hava, Hari Hari Kabe Mara, Have Henadi. Bhaktivinoda Thakur prayed to Vimala Devi, and answering to his prayers, then Vimala Prasad was born. He named Prabhupada as Vimala Prasad. So Jagannath has many Shaktis, but if we follow in the Anugatya of Bhakti Thakur, then we can understand that really Bimala Devi is actually, she has prominence there in Jagannath temple. And Sudarshan is there, is hidden. This is more like the Daidapati, there is more like Bhagmar, Ragmar, in hidden form. Generally we know Sudarshan Chakra is a manifestation of Nrsimhadev. You can describe. Sudarshan is protecting all the devotees. And Nrsimhadev is protecting all the devotees. Gaudiya Vaishnava, they pray to Nrsimhadev, we pray, as he is our protector. The Daitapadis, they worship Sudarshan in this mood. It's like a very hidden mood, very secret. But openly, Vimala Devi, she is known as Jagannath Shakti. And even there in the Jagannath temple, Ekadashi Devi Murti is there, but she is upside down. So, Bhagavan is, wherever Bhagavan is present, his Shaktis must be there nearby in some form or another, either directly with him or nearby. And therefore we can see that Jagannath is never alone. Sudarshan is always like Radharaman. Radharaman is directly the embodiment. Mahaprabhu came and manifested Radharaman. There is no separate deity of Radharani. But they put a small shila or this small crown that represents Radhika. Similarly in Jagannath temple, this Sudarshan is representing Subhadra is like the Yogamaya expansion in Dwarka Lila. But this Sudarshan is representing Bhagavan, Jagannath Shakti. And this Vyogini Radha, that Radha is and some Yogini Radha, these are prominent. But Rishabhanunandini Radha is found only where? In Braj Mandal.
Om Dhyanathudandasya Dhyananjana Shalakam Chakshurunnitam Nena Tasmai Shri Gurave Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Dhyanam Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Bhaktaya Namo Vandeham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupadam Vajrasa Sikam Charanam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ramanavistaya Palo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Shri Gaura Jai Rup Sanatan Bhatta Avinashi Jiva Bhakta Vasudha Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 First of all, I offer Sastana Brahmanas. Let us read of our spiritual masters. Jai Shri Bhaktivedanta Shri Bhakti Jai Shri Bhaktivedanta Shri Bhakti Shri entire Rapanagari Guruvata, our conscience and all the Vaishnavas and missionaries. So the question as you've been hearing is, who is Jagannath Shakti? Who is she? Because normally we hear that like we hear that Lakshmi Devi, she is always there in the temple there. And
She is known as Sindhu Sutta, daughter of the ocean. So we hear that the ocean, Varun Dev, he gave his daughter in marriage to Jagannath. And therefore she is always there, serving Jagannath there in the temple. And we see there's a huge temple there also, Lakshmi Devi right there, beside the Jagannath temple. So as we've been here in this Vimala Devi's temple also. But ultimately we hear that Uma Rama Sakta Sachi Chandra Rukmini Radha Avatare Sabhay Amnayavani. The Shastras, the Amnayavani say that Uma, that is Parvati Devi, Rama, Lakshmi Devi, Uma Rama Satya Sachi, Satyavama Sachi, the wife of Indra, of Cupid. And Satya Sachi Rukmini, they are all Radha Avatare Sabhay Amnayavani. They are all like either manifestations or training expansions of Srimati Radhika. Because we see that just as Krishna is Purna in Dwaraka, he is Purnata in Mathura, and is Purnatam in Vrindavan. So similarly, his Shaktis are also the same. When Krishna is in Dwaraka, his Shaktis are Purna. When he is in Mathura, they are Purnata. And when he is in Vrindavan, they are Purnatam. So here, who is Jagannath? Jagannath is Kadachit Kalindi, Tatavipina, Sanjita Tanu, Mudabi Nari Kamala Swada Madhupa. He is always relishing the sweetness. And who is he? Bhuje Savya Venu, Pichan Siki Kati Tate. That he always has this Venu, he's playing his Venu. And he has this Shiki, that is, he has this peacock feather on his head there also. And Mahaprabhu, he will see Jagannath in which way? Vigraha Sakshat Rajendra Nandan. So therefore, as Gauriyas, we see Jagannath as Sakshat Rajendra Nandan himself. And Rajendra Nandan Shri Krishna, he is always with Srimati Radhika. He is always there. Ataparahita Suraja Nahijana. Like just as the sun, it has no existence without its rays. Similarly, without Radharani, Madhav, Krishna, he has no existence of his own. So therefore, when we try to follow this worship of Jagannath in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they ultimately realize that Srimati Radhika is a Shakti. But still, Srimati Radhika is hidden there. And this we see. Because during the whole year there, Lakshmi is like the representative of all the queens of Dwaraka. All the queens are embodied in Lakshmi. And she is serving Jagannath there. So this is according to Vidhi Mark. But according to this Rag Mark, we see that during this Annavasar Kal, he is served by all the Rajagopis, who are all hidden. And especially during this Gundicha Yatra, we hear that he is going towards Vrindavan. So there in Sri Mandir, Jagannath, Lakshmi is a Shakti actually, from an external point of view. In Radharani, she is hidden there. Because we see that sometimes she takes a form, Murta Rupa, and sometimes she is in unmanifest form, Amurta Rupa. So when she is in this Murta Rupa, then she takes a form. Asanandi Radha, Sarasavapur, Alingana Sukha. There Jagannath is experiencing the embrace of Srimati Radhika in a Murta Rupa. But in an Amurta Rupa, she is always there within his heart. There. And we see that even the Daitapatis were actually, like during this Pandli Vijay, when Jagannath is going on the chariot, the Daitapatis, we see that they're also like abusing Krishna, Jagannath in so many ways. So many ways. Even the Pandas here in Mathura Vrindavan, they cannot repeat the same words that the Daitapatis use. So who can do this? Only the Gopis can do so. Like we see that some of these names the Gopis use for Krishna when they are in Man. It is like they call Krishna Vama. Vama means, oh, you are very ungrateful. You are Durlil Shiromani. Means you are the king of all mischief makers. You are Kitavaraj, king of all hypocrites. You are Kalshreshta. You are most exalted among all these color. Means those are very deceitful. And you are Ati Durlalit. Ati Durlalit means you are very difficult to please. You are Nirlaj. You are Mahaturta. You are kathor, very hard-hearted. Then they say you are gopi dharma nashak. You destroy the dharma of the gopis, and you are Ramani Cho, you are the thief of all the Ramanis, and you are gopi dharma vidambaka, means you mock the chastity of the gopis. You are Kada Timir. Kada Timir means what do? You place everyone in this mode of ignorance. Your Sham means just as you're black, you also place everyone in this darkness of ignorance. Your Vastracho, steal the clothes of all the gopis. Your Govardhana Upatsa Taskar means you steal the chastity of all the gopis in the caves of Govardhana. So when the gopis rebuke Krishna in this way and they are in Maan, we see the Daitapatis also do so in that same mood. Why? Because they are the followers of these gopis. So this way we say that who can possibly do this? Who can possibly chastise Jagannath? Is there any instance of anyone chastising Krishna when he is in Dwaraka? No one can say so. No one can speak even a single word against Krishna there in Dwaraka. Sometimes we see even if one of his queens is in Maan, when Satyabhama, she went into Maan when Krishna was glorifying the gopis. Satyabhama was saying, what to speak of the gopis? He has more love for even the cows of Vrindavan. More love than he has for us. He loves the cows even more than us. What to speak of the gopis? And as when Krishna was glorifying the gopis, she left. Then Krishna, he said, call that foolish daughter of Satyajit here. Call her here. Just as her father is very foolish, she is also very foolish. So he chastised Satyabhama. And he said, if she doesn't complain, then she can leave Dwaraka. So you see that how strict Krishna is. But here you see, they are saying so many things to Krishna. Why? Because he is Rajendranandan Shyam Sundar. And as Rajendranandan Shyam Sundar, who is by his side? Srimati Radhika is by his side. So therefore, it is only a case of Rasa Vichar. From Tattagat Vichar, Radha Avatara Sabhe Amnaya Vahani. But from Rasagat Vichar, there is Murta Rupa and Amurta Rupa. In a Murta form, she is seen. Very rarely, she is not seen openly. Like we see, even when Jagannath, he is going to sleep during the Shayan Arati, Bodo Shringar Arati, they cover him with this cloth of Gita Govind. There is this cloth made from the verses of Gita Govind. And what is this Gita Govind? Kansarapi Bhatta Shrinkale Radham Adar Hridayi. There it said that Kansarapi Bhatta Shrinkale Radham Adar Hridayi Tat Tyaja Vraja Sundari. This is like the best verse of Gita Govind. Kansarapi Vasana Bhatta Shrinkale. That Krishna, the killer of Kansa, his heart has been bound by this Vasana of what? Calm. And Adam Adar Hridayi. He is especially bound to the heart of Srimati Radhika. And for this reason, Tat Tyaja Vraja Sundari. He has left all the Vraja Sundaris only to be with Srimati Radhika. Once Jayadev Goswami, he finished writing only half this verse. Kamsarapi Vasana Bhatta Shrinkale Radha Mahada Hridayi. This he wrote, and he did not write Tat Tyaja Vraja Sundari. Then Krishna himself appeared as Jayadev Goswami and wrote the remaining verse. Because the people who were supposed to make a cloth for Jagannath, they were making cloth according to Jayadev Goswami's verses. So Jayadev Goswami, he had spoken half the verse and he hadn't spoken the other half of the verse. And then he fell into Samadhi, Jayadev Goswami. So then they were thinking, now what to do? How can we make this cloth for Jagannath? He's gone into Samadhi. And Krishna himself appeared as Jayadev Goswami and spoke the entire verse. Radha Madhya Tat Tyaja Vraja Sundari. But he left all the other Vraja Sundaris. So Jagannath is being covered by this cloth of Gita Govind. Which is what? Which is the glorification of Srimati Radhika. Nothing else. Gita Govind means what? Only Radharani's glories from top to bottom. So the same Jagannath who's been covered head to toe in this Radha Bhav, who can possibly be his Shakti other than Srimati Radhika? But still, in order to enjoy this Parakiya Bhav, he has accepted Lakshmi as his Shakti there. Because we see that Krishna, he is Paroksha Priya. Paroksha Priya means he likes something which is very Paroksha, which is very hidden, which is not openly told. This is the beauty of his prema. Like we see once, Gurudev, he asked all the devotees, were the gopis very selfish in taking Krishna away from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan? Because the whole meaning of the Rath Yatra is that the gopis are taking Krishna away to Vrindavan. So were the gopis very selfish? Were the gopis acting against Krishna's desire? So then Gurudev said, like you see Mother Yashoda, how does she feed Krishna? She says, oh Krishna, Just see your brother Baldev, see Shika, he's so fat and he's so strong. And look at you, how thin and skinny you are. Then Krishna says, oh yes, mother, give me some butter, I want to defeat Baldev in wrestling. And then Mother Yashoda, she catches Krishna before she puts this butter inside his mouth. Eat this. Then she said, I'm taking a shapat on Narayan. I'm taking a vow on Narayan. And if you don't eat, see what I'll do then. Then immediately he starts eating. And Mother Yashoda is thinking, oh, Srimati Radhika, you'll have to come and cook here. Radha will have to come and cook. Because Durvasa has given this blessing that anyone who eats what you cook will live a long life. So Radharani, she comes all the way from Java to cook there in Nandagaon. So here we see in Dwarka, is anyone behaving like this with Krishna? Will anyone feed him by force? Will Lakshmi feed him by force? Here you have to eat this. And on the other hand, we see sometimes the gopis, they don't even let Krishna touch him. In fact, in the Ras Leela, when the gopis came to meet Krishna, Krishna told the gopis, you go back home. He said, Rajani Yesha Gora Rupa, Gora Sapta Nishedita. He said, this is a very dark night. Gora Sapta Nishedita. But then Krishna, what was he actually saying? He was saying that this place is not actually dark. It's illuminated by the moon. And Agora Sapta Nishedita. Actually, they're very peaceful animals here, like peacocks and deer. They're not fearsome animals. So then the gopis said, all right, you're telling us to back home, means you're our guru. So we have to serve our guru first, and then we have to serve our husbands. And in this way, the gopis, by this prem kalaha, they're giving Krishna so much happiness by this parakya bhav. They won't even let Krishna touch him, touch her, touch them. Because they want to increase this longing more and more with Krishna, to be with them. So what are these symptoms of prem? They are the symptoms of parakya bhav. So there, the gopis, they want Jagannath also to relish this parakya bhav. Therefore, they are not directly present before him there. Rather, Lakshmi is present there as his Shakti. And then there, on the pretext of being with Lakshmi, he is relishing this parakya bhav more and more, more and more, more and more. And then when he goes to Vrindavan, we see that this viraha in parakya bhav, it increases more and more, and it causes such beautiful meeting. And this meeting that he experiences there in Kundicha Mandir there, the Kunja of Srimati Radhika. So this way, Jagannath Puri is basically this place of Milan and Viraha. It is this place. It is like a Tatashta place. It is like neither Dwarka nor Vrindavan. It's like in the middle, where Milan and Viraha are taking place. And once Gurudev, he was looking at the ocean, and he said, can you count the number of waves on the ocean? He asked one of the Sevaks. Sevak said, no, impossible. How can you count the number of waves? Then he said, similarly, you cannot count the number of waves arising in my heart, he said, of meeting and separation. This was when Gurudev was present there at Chakratirtha. He cannot even estimate how many waves of meeting and separation are arising within me for Jagannath, for Radharani. So this way, these mysteries of this Milam and Viraha, of this Parakya Bhav, can only be understood by engaging in sadhana bhajan under the anugati of Vaishnavas, Manchakapati, Vishwaki Vasana,
जय गोसाई करी चरण वंदना ध्यावे के विघ्नना अभीष्ट पुराण जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य दयाल प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। बोलो श्री गुरु महाराज की जय, गुरु परंपरा की जय, अनंत अनंत गुरु वैष्णव वृंद की जय, सपार सद्गुरुगण की जय, गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, जगन्नाथ देव सुभद्रा संजीव की जय, भक्त विनाश विष्णुदेव की जय, भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, सर्वविस्मृता गिरिराज गोवर्धनदेव की जय, श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मंदिर की जय, जय धाम की जय, निवासी भक्त वृंद की जय, महेश्वरी 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 श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय, ब्रजदेवी की जय, जगन्नाथ देव रथ राम की जय, गुंडिचा मंदिर की जय, समवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे अभी हम लोग
listening to the specialities of Jagannath Puri. Doing Shravan Kirtan of these specialities. And the Sardi Ras took place in Braj. And Krishna he disappeared. And then he also left Srimati Radhika after he left all the gopis. First he left the gopis, he took Srimati Radhika, and then he also left Srimati Radhika. When Vasanti Ras took place, at that time, Krishna he took Srimati Radhika away from all the gopis. In Jagannath Puri, Jagannath is present there. During the Rath Yatra, he did not take Bimala Devi, nor Lakshmi Devi. In an open way, he didn't take anyone. Mahalakshmi, she serves him in so many ways, and Bimala Devi will not eat anything except his bhoga. And then she takes all responsibility. This is Bahiranga Prakriti, and she bewilders all the demons and everyone else. And on the other side, as Yogmaya, she looks after all the devotees. So when Bhagavan is going on this Rath Yatra, he didn't take Vimala or Kamala. He didn't take anyone. And 15 days before only he is in this Anavasar Kal. He is not meeting anyone there. He just took his brother and sister and he went away there. Didn't take anyone, Sagat, Vijatiya, Sajatiya, he didn't keep relationship with anyone. He was neutral. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Sukadeva Goswami, he said,
Pravyasi nari vyagra griya karmasu.
कहते हैं एक स्त्री है
There's one lady, she performs all these things in such a way she makes everyone very happy. Her in-laws, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, she makes everyone very happy. No one has any doubt in her that she's unchaste, that she's not loyal to her husband. When as soon as she finds a chance, she goes to meet her paramour, her lover. She makes very nice things, she feeds her family members, but for her she'll hide many nice things. And she'll hide something inside the pot, and she'll go meet him there, and she'll come back there. No one has any doubt then. Before Sukadeva Goswami has said, then this sansar, even if one lives with everyone, don't meet with anyone. One Maharaj would say, this is Brahma Sutra, Deki Vishunive Milivena. You listen, you see, but don't say anything. You eat and drink, but don't sleep. Just cheat from outside. The Atma should always be with Paramatma, be absorbed in this seva. Don't say anything from outside, externally, that who you love. Therefore said, Paravyasri nari vyagra griha karmasu. And Sukadeva Goswami said one more thing, that Matri Charavat. If you have a mother, we'll also love our father. But you see, if your mother has some other lover, so here you say, although she is absorbed in samsar, still her mind is elsewhere. Similarly, even if one is in samsar, he has no relationship with anyone. Paramartha is only with Prabhu. Only this love is with him. And there in Dwaraka, he is remembering Rukmini and Satyabhama. They tell Rohini that he doesn't sleep during the entire night. He's always catching my cloth and he's crying out, oh Radhe, I'm so, oh Lalite, forgive me. So at least call me once. I said I'll go to Braj, but I can't go. I'm so shy. I'm so shy. How can I show my face to the Braj Devis? So kindly forgive me and call me there. Believe me at least once that I'll never do this again. And during the night, he cannot even sleep. And then they bring him some food, and he sees that food. He says, oh, this is not the food of Raj. There's no rasa in this. It's very dry. There's no prem in this offering. And someone says, is there any prem in this food? And they say, without prem, anything offered is like dry, tasteless. Who will eat? And a premi, you see, if a lover eats some, chews on some tambul, chan, on some spiced herb, even if you give him stone, he says, I don't have anyone. Who am I? Who do I belong to? I only belong to those Vrajadevis. Therefore, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he took all these bhavs of Jagannath and he gave to the entire world. saying, how can you have such priti towards Prabhu, this priceless priti? This prem, this riti of prem is not only some showing something artificial. Mahaprabhu, he said that don't think if anyone insults you, don't care for it. If the mind is accepted, then the mind is to be blamed, but the soul is not connected to the body or the mind. So it's established in Atma Dharma, and it is never deviated from Prabhu's seva. Similarly, Jagannath himself is showing. Once the Vajnavis come, the Vrajavasis come, they come and take me away. It's saying that I troubled them so much. I cheated them, I told them. And now I have come here and I have married so many queens. They made me absorbed in samsara and neglected them. But I'm never separate from them. But I cannot go there as well. They come and call me once. He's waiting. When will they come and call me? So when this news reached Braj, and the Brajvasis became full of so much happiness, especially Srimati Radharani, Lalita and all the Sakhis. And their news reached Nanda Baba. Not show him his love. Then what will he do even if he comes? If he does not want to speak to him, what if he neglects him, doesn't care for him? So how can he come there? And the Dwarkavasis, they cannot come as well. And Dwarika means what? Where there is only this sense of discrimination between all living entities. It's called Dwaraka, means difference between two, between one another. They are the slaves of Aishwarya, and he is Madhurya Premi. How can they stay together? Krishna, he cannot reconcile this. Those who want this Bhoga Aishwarya, anywhere they go. Once in Braj, Lala Babu, he came there. Lala Babu was a landlord from Bengal. He was like a king. And he had one servant. And then he said, oh, days and nights are passing. Oh, say alas, alas. And he was saying this, and Lala Babu heard this. He said, oh, surely my time has passed. Immediately he came to Vrindavan. And there he was wandering in Vrindavan, on the banks of the Yamuna, on the sand, went to sleep, and he made a pillow out of the sand. He made a bed out of the sand, soft sand of the Yamuna. And then on the side, from the sand, he made like a nice covering. Vrajavasis, Vrajdavis, they came to fill water. And they said, just see the Babaji, he's become a beggar, street beggar. He's come to Braj, but this vritti for Baba has not gone away. He's made a pillow bed out of sand to keep his just see, even now he's sleeping on a bed on the sand. Even he came to Braj, still he wants to sleep on a nice bed. Therefore he's made such a nice bed out of sand. Then he said, just see, he's not sadhu, he's a bogi. Lala Babu heard their conversation, then threw all the sand away, then he just slept on the bare ground. Then again they came and they said, this is just see how angry he is. We just teased him a little, and just see, he threw away all the sand and he's again sleeping. Has he come to do bhajan? He's bogey, he's. And Lala Babu was thinking what to do. Caught hold of the Raja's feet and started praying, oh kindly deliver me. And what did Mahalakshmi do? She gives such wealth to Lala Babu. Even though you go to this Lala Babu temple, you can see near Gopishwar. Near Gopishwar Mahadev, you go there, you can see. So, such a huge temple. Even though 400, 500 years, you can see this huge temple is present. And he gave so much food to all the Rajavasis, everything, because that he did such upasana, Aishwaryamaya upasana. In Madhuri also there is so much Aishwarya, but Rajavasis don't care for the Aishwarya. There are many jewels there, but they don't even care for it. They only like these fruits, flowers, roots. They don't care for anything else. So Jagannath himself left everything, didn't take anything with him. Oh, Shankaracharya is praying Kadachit Kalindi Tata Sangita Taralo Nudinari Kamala Kamaswada Madhupa. And he has this peacock feather on his head, and he's wearing this flower garland, and he's thrown away his kingly dress. Because Raja sees heard Krishna wants to come. He has this desire, but he cannot come still. He's very shy. And immediately to bring Krishna from Braj, they made all arrangements. And they all came, all the Rajasis, knowing Krishna's desire. As long as Krishna's desire was not there, no one came forward. Therefore, Ruma, Rama, Satya, Chatara, Runga, Sandra, Rukmani, they have no value there. Only Radharani and their records importance there. Therefore, it is said Rasanandi Radha. Sarasvapur Alinganasuko. He only wants to relish this happiness. Will he not embrace Lakshmi, Shri Bonila? Will he not kiss them? In Dwarka, is there any shortage? He does not even like that touch also. What to speak of embracing them? He does not even like that darshan or that touch. You say, where is 56 crore Yadu she's come from? You see, all these Prakash Vigrahas, they came there, of Lakshmi. They came and met with all the Prakash Vigrahas of Krishna. So Krishna himself directly is not meeting these queens. Rather, Prakash Vigrahas are meeting all these queens who are like Prakash Vigrahas of Lakshmi. Like Krishna, when he kills the demons, who kills the demons? Actually, the Vishnu incarnations within him who kill the demons. Because Krishna is Leela Purushottam. So there he only wants to relish his Parakya Ras. Therefore, Shankaracharya has written this. Then he is always embracing Srimati Radhika there. He is only relishing that sukha, that happiness. Therefore, Mahaprabhu would always say this, Jako Marahara. And Rupa Goswami also gave the interpretation, Priyam Sochari. So Mahaprabhu, he showed all these mysteries in Jagannath, how happy he is. He only wants to be in Vrindavan always and meet the Vrajvasis. I always remember the Vrajvasis, but I am very shy because I could not keep my promise. Here I have relationship with others. Everyone desires me, so I cannot neglect them. But I am not controlled by them. Rathayatra Prasanga means what? I am not controlled by the Dwarkavasis, I am controlled by the Brajavasis. So therefore, Sukadeva Goswami in a Vyatirik room, he would recite all these shlokas. Pravyasina Vyagradi Kriya Karmasu Parayam Niravada Samajam. He said these Vrajagopis, They left everything and are really attached to Krishna. They do everything, but still, where they go, they leave their Swarup behind. Yogmaya manifests one Swarup of them, and then they ran away to meet Krishna in the forest. But Krishna can heal everything and come behind. Therefore, Krishna says, I cannot be one-pointed like you gopis. So I'm indebted to all of you eternally. You are Ananya. You have left everything and you have come to me. The Jagannath Yatra, what is the meaning? That now I am one-pointed. He did not even take Baladev with him, nor even Subhadra. They were in another chariot, but he said, my chariot they will not come. Who is the Vigraha? Madan Mohan. And Madan Gopal is the Vijay Vigraha of Baladev. Because when they go to Braj, then they become Madan Mohan, Madan Gopal. Even the name Swarup changes. That same Vigraha, 12 months, is decorated, so many things. Therefore, Bhoga. And then after some time, when it becomes this Daru Vigraha, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. And this is Sakshat Swarup. So you see, this Rajas Vasishta is always crying there in Dwaraka. He is Virahi Krishna. And here, he left everything behind, everyone behind. He became complete Prajavasi. Therefore, they write this Geet Govind on his clothes and write Radharani's names on Tulsi. And therefore, Bhoga. And he kept Sudarshan there on his left side. They covered him with sari, odni. During Radhastami, you see, the Sudarshan, he'll come on the path chariot. And then he'll go all over Jagannath Puri. And they'll all do arati, they'll offer bhoga. And Radharani's form. And that day they offer many stutis.